Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's me, Mary, on this Monday, Labor Day, September 1st, with Life After Lockup, Season 6, Episode 5, Caught in a Lie. If I was going to give this episode a grade, I would honestly give it a solid C. Brooke talked so much crap and wound up on the floor, flat on her ass. But we'll get into that in a second. So let's hop right into this. We start off with Will and Courtney. Courtney has found a place thanks to her friend Mark. Mark hooked her up with this woman, Tashay, who has a bedroom for Courtney for $600 a month, fully furnished, twinkling lights and all. It's much better than the other place that she had that was $750 a month. This could possibly be the clean slate that she needs. Will calls her to let her know that he has some papers for her to sign, i.e., divorce papers. And she's like, well, I can't think about signing anything right now because I'm pissed off that you lied to me. What did I lie to you about, Courtney? Like, what the hell are you talking about? That ring, Will, is fake. And Will is like, what? Are you kidding me? That ring is not fake. Whoever told you that ring is fake is fucking crazy. So Will is like, I bought that ring online. It is definitely not fake. While I may not have papers for it, it is definitely not fake. And if it is fake, that's an insurance claim for me. Hey, that's one way to think about it. So he's going to Portland. He's going to spend one day in Portland and he's going to serve Courtney with the divorce papers and hopefully get her to sign them. Now, while Portland brings back bittersweet memories for him, he is focused on task. He tries to call Courtney. Of course, she's like, dude, ugh. And she like puts her phone on top of the dresser, totally ignores the call. Will is trying to call her again. There's a lot of dudes going back and forth. He's like, dude, just answer the phone. She's like, dude, can you just stop calling me? It's good that Will has Courtney's location still. So he was able to roll up on her, walk right up to the door, knock on it to get it slammed in his face. Courtney is like, what the fuck is he doing here? He's here to serve you divorce papers, Courtney. He's done with the marriage. And you can rip them up all you want. Like he said, he has copies. Okay. So Will is like, you are not a wife, Courtney. Just sign the damn divorce papers. Don't make this hard on either one of us. You are not a wife. Can you tell me one example of wifely behavior that you have shown me throughout our short lived marriage? And Courtney is just like, I don't know how to be a wife. I don't know how to communicate. Have I ever had a healthy relationship? No. And it's going to take me a lot longer than 6 weeks to figure it out. Which, yes, she does have a point there. But in my opinion, she's not even trying to figure it out. Okay. She's already thrown Will to the side because he won't financially support her and won't financially enable her. Okay. So in her mind, Will no longer serves his purpose. Now, while they were arguing and yelling at each other outside of Courtney's roommate's house, remember, she just moved into this house. All I kept thinking was, I can imagine what the neighbors are fucking thinking, okay? Because they were kind of loud. So Will is like, tell me something, Courtney. Just tell me something. How many men have you slept with since we've been together? And she's like, what? And that's how their segment ends. So let's see if he could get her to sign the damn divorce papers already, because he's right. She's not a wife. So moving on. Brooke and JK. Okay, so where we last left off, Brooke was all like, I'm going to pull up on this bitch, Alex, and I'm going to find out what's going on, whether she fucked my man, whether she had a miscarriage by my man. I'm going to find all of this out. So she pulls up on Alex. Alex is sitting there, casually chewing gum, like she doesn't have a care in the world. And Brooke comes storming in there, getting in Alex's face, body shaming her, saying, "Why would JK want this when he could have all of this? And look at you, why would JK want that when he could have all of this?" And Alex is like, "You know something? I'm not feeding into this petty bullshit. I'm not feeding into the child, to the child bullshit. If you want to act like a fucking 5-year old, I'm gonna walk away from you." Until Brooke gets into her face, and Brooke sticks her hand in her face. And then the reality TV trash fight that we have been waiting all year for, the fight has begun. And let me tell you, Alex slapped the stovetop stuffing out of Brooke. Okay? For all of Brooke's big mouth, big bad talk, I'm going to slap her. I'm going to beat her ass. Well, she wound up on her ass, glasses off her face, production security in between them. Alex slapped the stovetop motherfucking stuffing out of her. Okay? So then Brooke gets up off her ass, puts her glasses back on. Alex is fixing her hair, getting Brooke's hair off of her because I know she yanked out a good chunk of Brooke's hair in that fight. And she's walking away from her. And she's like, "I'm not going to engage with you. I'm not going to do this. This is fucking trash." And she's like, "Do you have anything else you want to say to me?" And Brooke is like, "Yeah, get your life together. Girl, you're the one that's jobless, physically fighting over a dude that is also jobless, that just was released from prison, living at home with his mama, and no source of income for either one of you." And I have another fucking really, really good question. Isn't Brooke supposed to be pregnant, or she thinks she's pregnant? Didn't she go get a blood test to confirm whether or not she's pregnant? So why did she go to fight Alex? She didn't go to talk to her. She had no intention of sitting down at that table and having a conversation with Alex at all. She went there to throw hands, and she got the stovetop stuffing slapped out of her. And the other thing that I admire Alex for, she kept that gum in her mouth the whole motherfucking time. Okay? That gum was not swallowed. It was not spat out. That shit remained in her mouth, and she was chewing it when she got back into her truck and locked the doors on Brooke. And Brooke is like, "Oh, look at her. She's all big and bad now." Brooke, she just slapped the stovetop stuffing out of you. I would shut the fuck up before she gets out of the truck and does it again. So if she would have just approached everything maturely and not came in like a raging bull, then maybe she would have gotten the tea that she so desperately wanted. Because while she's standing over to the side, ranting and raving to production, "Oh, she's not going to tell you anything. She's a fucking bitch." And this and that. Let me tell you, Alex was spilling the tea so quick you needed like a super duper extra large tumbler to catch all the tea that she was spilling. So if Brooke would have shut her mouth and stopped talking shit on the other side, she could have easily heard Alex talking out of her open passenger side window to production and telling them, "Yes, I was pregnant with JK's baby and had a miscarriage, and he knew about it. Yes, I was having sex with him, but I am not having sex with him currently." And that's basically it. She drives off. Brooke calls JK. Okay. She's like, "Where you at? I just finished slapping up your bitch. What's going on? Where you at?" And I'm thinking, no, his bitch just finished slapping you. But hey, we can exaggerate a little bit if it makes you feel better. So he's like, "I'm at the 7-Eleven." He sounded fucked up. Okay. At first, I thought maybe she woke him up. But no, he sounded fucked up. And she knew that he was fucked up, and it was aggravating her even more. So she's trying to get to the bottom. She's like, did you get her pregnant? Did you know what was going on? And he's like, no, I have no fucking idea. She didn't miscarry with my baby. And it seems like with you, I do wrong, I'm wrong. I do right, I'm wrong. And Brooke is like, you know something? You sound fucked up. For real, for real. So yeah. So moving on. Q, D, and Joella. Joella. Sorry. Um, yeah. This is just unnecessary, stupid drama. As you guys know from the last episode, Joella is accusing Q of writing dumb hoe on her car windows and flattening her tires. She filed charges, and now Q has to find a attorney, and she is not happy that she is spending her whole day looking for a lawyer and that she has to deal with this kind of shit. Now, D is insisting that he's going to pay, I'm sorry, reimburse the $600 Joella put out for her tires. And Q was like, but why? You didn't do it. I didn't do it. But why would you shell out the money? Now, a part of me is like, yeah, she's right. But then a part of me is like, well, this is his baby mama. Okay. And regardless the circumstances of how her tires got slashed, she had to replace them. And that is a big hit to her pocket, I'm sure. And yeah, she uses that car to take his kids around to school and to daycare and to drive herself to work to make a source of income for his children. So another part of me is like, yes, he should offer to help, even though neither him or Q were involved, according to them. He should step up as the baby daddy to help. He just wants to stay out of jail. She just wants to stay out of jail. And now it is the day of the birthday party where the adults are going to act the fool and ruin a 5-year old's birthday party. So Joella's like, I don't want no drama. She better not come. I don't want no drama. Q is actually helping prepare cupcakes for this party. Okay, I give it to her. Her kids are not going to the party, but she prepared cupcakes, whether store bought or not. Okay, she helped her little girl put sprinkles on them. It's the thought that counts. Okay, and she D went off to the party, and I just want to say, where were the other children at this party? Okay. And when it comes to all this drama between Q, D, and Joella, the only people that get really affected are the children. Okay. So I just think about these poor kids being in the middle of this adult bullshit. Okay. So now D gets a phone call shortly after he was dropped off. You forgot the cupcakes. Oh shit. I'll meet you out front so I can get them. Now, Joella, knowing that Q was on the phone, all of a sudden she has to go out to the car to get her coat. She's cold now. She wants to go out to the car to get her coat. Q is coming with all these cupcakes. Now, if we looked at the party, it seemed like the only children that were there were Joella and Dee's children. So, why all these cupcakes? Okay, so Joella gets her coat. Q makes the cupcake drop off. My question is, who the hell are watching the kids while this is all going on? Where wasn't these parents, because they just pulled up and they were talking to D and Q in the parking lot. Joella's out there getting her coat because all of a sudden she needs her winter coat because she's freezing. Who was watching the kids on the mini golf course? So everyone walks back into mini golf. Okay, you see the kids are there. Joella with her winter coat because all of a sudden she's fucking cold. Okay, so D asks baby mama, can we have a conversation? So they go off to the side, and Joella's still decorating. She's blowing up balloons or whatever. And she asks D, where is Q's children? And D is like, with their mama. Where do you think they are? And she's like, oh, well, I guess my kids are not going to go to her kids' party then. So now we're doing tit for tat, okay? And I would feel sorry for D, but I swear he straddles the fence between Q and Joella. Okay, so a part of me is like, you're getting what you deserve. He's like, all I want is peace between you two. And is this how things are going to go now? And blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I don't know why she would want to come here anyway, since we're still fucking. And the look on his face said, busted. Okay, even though, so they're like yelling at each other. She's like, we're still fucking and whatever. And he's like, she's blurting out things like she has Tourette's. No, we're not still fucking. I haven't fucked her in a month and a half. Did I mention the only ones that are really affected by all this are the children? Yeah, I mean, this is all happening at this poor little boy's birthday party. Come on, let the kid enjoy mini golf and go karts. And by the way, where is his cake? That was the most pitiful birthday party I've ever seen. Just saying. So D is like, D's father even knows, okay, that he has a tendency to wander. He got the sugar dick. Okay. Now, when your dad is telling you that, your dad knows what's up. Okay. So he swears up and down that no, he hasn't fucked around with Joella since him and Q got back together. Okay. Q is sitting outside of her house. Her kids are playing on the lawn. She's talking to Dee's cousin. She's telling her about the charges, and the producers asked her, do you have anything to do with these charges that are being, levied against you? And she's like, no, absolutely not. So, D, in the effort of trying to make things go away, okay, he's trying to make peace. He doesn't want any drama, he doesn't want any charges. And I think he's doing the right thing. Gives Joella $600 reimbursement for her tires. And she's like, how about all the stuff that was damaged in my car? And Dia's like, we never talked about that. Here's the money for your tires. Now, please drop the charges against Q. And she's like, no, no, I'm not going to. I don't even know how to, even if I wanted to. So, no, I'm not going to. And he's like, what do you mean? You don't know how, that you're not going to. Like, I just gave you the money. I guess you're not ready for this money then. And she's like, get your hands off of me, boy. Okay, I am taking your money, and bye. Bye. And she walks away. He leaves, and it's like, okay, moving on. Bianca and Daniel. Where we left off, he was with his really good friends. Can you hear the sarcasm dripping from my voice? Who encouraged him to drink, even though he's an alcoholic and is struggling with sobriety. That's what I'm trying to say. But his really, really good friends are like, yeah, you can have a drink today. Just because you have a drink today doesn't mean you're going to have drinks tomorrow. Cheers. And one of these idiots is his boss, okay? So one of his friends is like, I've never seen him drink. It's weird, to see him not sober, but hey, I guess he needs it, okay? No, that's just an excuse and enabling him. You're a fucked up friend. You're a sucky friend, whatever your name is. So Daniel chugs down that Long Island iced tea like it was water. Bianca's still calling him. He's like, I'm not going to answer her. Good thing Bianca has location services on him. It seems like location services is a very resourceful tool this season. And she pulls up on Daniel in the bar. And she's like, first of all, I can't believe you're drinking. How many drinks have you had? And he's like, oh, 2 shots and 2 beers, no big deal. Meanwhile, this idiot, his boss, is sitting there cheesing like a moron, like he loves the fact that he, encouraged Daniel to have a couple of drinks to piss Bianca off. Okay. Bianca, for her part, is like, I can't believe that Daniel's doing all this. Like, he was so insistent on keeping his sobriety. Like, what was the switch? Why does he think that it's okay to drink on parole when it's not? And when Bianca drank when he first came out, he was so upset with her because, he was such on a sober path. And now it's like, what happened? That the switch, just went off. And he said, I could drink while I'm on parole for a DUI. It's no big deal. Okay. So his really, really, really good friends leave. And he is just like, I am tired of Bianca's codependency. She doesn't have anybody else out here. So she depends on me so much. And I'm so tired of it. You know what I'm tired of? Daniel making excuses. Okay. He needs to man up, say what he means, mean what he says, and stop with the bullshit excuses. Okay. So Bianca storms out of the bar because she can't believe that Daniel is spewing the shit that he's able to drink while he's on parole and it's no big deal. And they're outside arguing, and Bianca's like, I don't think you should drive. They get in the car after he dropped his whole lunch on the ground, picked it up, put it back in the box, and got in the car. No, you're not a little drunk, Daniel, not at all. So they're in the car, and basically, he starts having a temper tantrum, and he's like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to look at your face anymore. At the next red light, I'm jumping out of the car. And she's like, please stop being so fucking dramatic. She pulls over and lets him out of the car. Zaria and Troy, more drama. Okay. So Troy is upstate in Buffalo at his sister's house. Him and his little brother and his sister already went to go visit their brother's gravesite, felt all the emotions. The next thing Troy has to deal with is his dad's passing, the ashes, a memorial for his dad. And he's talking to his sister Jackie. And during this moment, I really wanted to reach through the screen and like shake him for a second because he's sitting there talking to his sister and telling her basically there is nothing left for him in Buffalo. There is nowhere in Buffalo that he can call home. The only thing left for him in Buffalo is his daughter. And meanwhile, his sister is looking at him like, excuse me, am I chopped liver? My house is always open for you. You always have a home in Buffalo. My house. So yeah, I wanted to reach through the TV and like shake Troy for being dramatic. And then I also definitely wanted to shake the fuck out of him when his sister was telling him, you need to call baby mama Yana and have a conversation with her if you want to see baby Troy. That's just the way it is. You just need to call her and have an adult conversation. He starts flipping the fuck out. So dramatic. I will, but not right now. Dude, smoke that joint that you're rolling. I think you need to relax a little. Take it down a couple of notches. This is only life after lockup. This isn't like some I don't know, Academy Award winning movie. Like, dude, take it down a few notches with the dramatics. So he's like, no, I'm not talking to her. Just bring me my baby. Dude, you need to talk to baby mama to have access to your baby. Just the way it goes. I'm sorry. Life sucks sometimes. So Saria, back in Syracuse, is like, I'm not really happy with the way things ended, how he just went off and took off to Buffalo without taking any of my feelings into consideration. So she calls him. to talk to him. And he's like, I'm all in my emotions right now. I want to see my baby and Yana and I ain't dealing with her. And for someone that was literally pounding the shit out of a dresser, not more than 5 minutes before, okay, Zaria was able to talk him into calling baby mama and having a conversation and seeing if he can get baby Troy and to stop being in his feelings and emotions and to put on his big boy boxers and to call Yana already. Okay? Jackie the whole time is standing there shooting him daggers. Like, I've been telling you this for how long, and all it took was a phone call from your wife. But okay. So instead of Troy calling Yana himself, Jackie does it. And first thing Yana says is, I don't want my daughter around that girl, meaning Zaria. If you would only know that Zaria is the one that's trying to make peace and that your baby daddy is being a drama queen, then I think your feelings would change a little bit. But Jackie assures her that Zaria is not around, and she still says no. And Jackie tells Troy, maybe if you would have made the phone call, you would have had a different result. So moving on, Letitia and Keith. They had the dumbest argument ever on this episode, okay? Basically, Keith's phone is being catfished by some chick, okay? And so he is done with the halfway house. Done, 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 done. Okay, he doesn't have to go back there anymore. He can go home, home. So him and Letitia pull up at home. Letitia's giving him, the house tour, and his phone starts going off. Okay, and he's like, "Yeah, this chick has been texting me since last night. I don't know who she is. She sent me some pictures. I don't know who this chick is." And like I said, it literally was the dumbest fucking argument ever. Can you smell production? I smell production behind the scene. Okay. So after they argued, and Keith is like, listen, this ain't nobody. I don't know who this is. Blah, blah, blah. They go into the bedroom and close the door. So that's basically it, you guys. Okay. Thank you so much for watching me. Please subscribe if you don't already. Hit that like button. Share my video with a friend or 10. Please consider joining my membership and check out my merchandise. Thank you so much. See you next time.